Well, Marquez, and that should be a dandy of a fight. All right here, Terence Crawford.
His Excellency has named you and Terence Crawford as one of the top 5 fights that he wants to see this year. Is that a fight that you're considering now?
Boxing world is buzzing with excitement as one of the biggest matchups of 2025 is now all but confirmed. Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford are on track to face each other in what could be a game-changing fight. Alvarez recently spoke with his team, including Turkish officials, and expressed confidence that this fight is likely to happen. He's always focused on securing the best possible deals, and Turkey is working hard to make it all come together. This fight between Alvarez and Crawford is being hailed as one of the most important in North America for the year. Although the fight isn't 100% locked in yet, Alvarez, who has been recovering from an injury, is back in training and preparing for the challenge. Fans can't wait to see if this dream fight will become a reality in 2025.
Everything is possible. We'll see. We want to talk about it, sit down really well and figure out something.
Guy in the red trunks with the black and white trim, and Andres George.
Someone is looking to meet with Canelo Alvarez in January to discuss a potential fight, similar to the talks he had with him previously. Additionally, he's still eager to arrange a showdown between Canelo and the current 3-belt super middleweight champion in 2025. We should know more about this in the next month or two. However, Crawford, now 37 years old, has struggled to secure a fight with Canelo, and it seems he might have to explore other options. Two potential opponents for Crawford are Sebastian Fundora and other top fighters at 154 pounds, who could be great candidates for a unification bout.
Lose situation for you. Do you think he's too small to compete with you?
No, he's a good fighter. He's a very good fighter.
Plan was in place for a potential fight with Terence Crawford, but he's dealing with a minor injury right now. He's working through it, and we're still aiming to make it happen in 2025. We're hopeful he'll be on board for this fight. When asked if a fight with Canelo Alvarez is the goal for next year, the answer was that we should have more clarity in the next month or two. Let's wait and see what happens with that.
And I take everything seriously, but we'll see what happens.
Canelo, I hope you make it happen for us, because we want to.
Burbank, Illinois, and Crawford is coming off a win over Angel Rios in Atlantic City.
After Terence Crawford moved up to 154 pounds last summer to challenge for the WBA's super welterweight title, he became a world champion. Now he's willing to step up even further to 168 pounds to face Canelo Alvarez. Crawford wants to be the first fighter to challenge Canelo at super middleweight. Before Canelo's recent fight with John Ryder, he didn't want to discuss a potential matchup with Crawford. However, the possibility of this fight is gaining more attention, and talks suggest it might happen sooner than expected. The Boxing Council has been involved in organizing this potential showdown, which is considered a major event in the boxing world.
Going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost. So let's not.
Big banger. He's 15-0 undefeated. He's got 11 knockouts.
If Crawford and Canelo are going to fight, they'll need to come to an agreement soon. However, there could be a challenge for Crawford if he's asked to take on one of the tough fighters in the 154-pound division, like Jermell Charlo. After Crawford's tough win over Errol Spence, he may not want to face any of the other dangerous contenders at this weight. Crawford's skills and power don't have the same impact at 154 pounds as they did at 140 pounds.
Making his own catch weight for years. Canelo fought a smaller Mayweather.
Since moving up to 147 pounds in 2017, Crawford has faced tougher competition. But when you look closely, his fights in the welterweight division haven't been against many notable opponents, except for a past his prime Errol Spence. Crawford has yet to reveal what his plans are if a fight with Canelo doesn't happen. We do know, however, that if Crawford continues fighting at 154 pounds, he may eventually lose his spot, especially after his loss to WBA junior middleweight champion Jermell Charlo on August 3rd last year.
Amir Khan, but Amir Khan.
Yeah, he did at 155.
Amir Khan,
he is 11-2 with 6 knockouts. He hails from Windsor in Canada.
Canelo Alvarez spoke to Ring magazine about the possibility of facing Terence Crawford, saying there's always a chance for it to happen. He believes it would be an exciting fight, as both fighters are skilled and have a good shot at winning. Canelo also mentioned his upcoming rematch on February 22nd with the unified super middleweight titles, saying he's eager to take on Crawford for his unified super middleweight titles. Crawford's size advantage could be a key factor to overcome in this potential matchup.
And I'm pretty sure he didn't make as much money with all those guys except Mayweather.
Talking about the guy in black now. He turned pro in June of 08. knocking out.
Canelo Alvarez has shown signs of slowing down in his recent fights, such as against John Ryder, which went to a decision instead of a knockout, something Canelo would have likely done in earlier years. However, a fight between him and Terence Crawford could still happen soon if both sides agree. In a recent interview, Canelo said he's ready to face Crawford if the money is right, but he warned his rival that the fight would be an easy win for him in the ring.
Why not? I think Crawford, don't get me wrong, he's a great fighter. But for me, in my weight class, it's an easy fight. For me, easy money. So if the money is right, I'm...
Canelo Alvarez acknowledges that Terence Crawford is a great fighter, but believes a fight in his weight class would be easy money for him, as long as the financial terms are right. He admits that he typically doesn't enjoy facing fighters like Crawford because of his movement, but Crawford isn't as elusive as he used to be. In fact, it seems that the long-awaited fight between Canelo and Crawford might actually happen. Just a few weeks ago, rumors about a potential 2025 showdown between the two fighters started circulating online.
That he will with me, but yet and still, you know, he have all these excuses.
Decisions. That's not going to happen against this guy. You're going to have to try and stop.
The excitement has been building ever since rumors about a potential fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford started circulating. While there hasn't been an official announcement yet, it looks like that's coming soon. Recently, a reliable source confirmed that the chances of the fight happening have significantly increased, with talks between both camps progressing smoothly. It's expected that an official announcement will be made soon, with both sides aiming for either May or September for the fight. Fans have a lot to look forward to.
To fight guys like Crawford, because he move a lot and the fight is not that great. I saw Crawford the last fight, and he don't move that much.
Aggressive. His last 6 fights have gone the distance, and he's 4-2 in those.
There's no official word yet on whether the fight will take place in May or September, but the world is watching closely. A recent report suggested that Canelo Alvarez is aiming for a May fight. When asked about the location, rumors indicate that both sides are interested in holding the fight at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, as Canelo has fought 5 of his last 6 matches there. Given this, the idea of a Vegas showdown doesn't seem far-fetched at all.
I think His Excellency has been pushing that fight. It didn't seem like it was something that Canelo was really up for, to be honest. And like, when I've spoken
out of Detroit, but Terence Crawford, the scouting report on him is a good one. He likes.
There hasn't been an official statement yet, but based on recent reports, an announcement could come soon. Even though it's still just a rumor, the excitement in the boxing world is building. Fans, fighters, and promoters alike are all eager to see this matchup happen. In a recent conversation, Eddie Hearn predicted that Canelo Alvarez would win the fight. He believes Crawford would be at a significant disadvantage, making it tough for him to win.
When I beat Crawford, everyone's going to say I've beaten a 154-pounder.
Many experts believe that the weight difference will be too much for Terence Crawford to overcome at 168 pounds. Canelo Alvarez's power advantage would likely play a major role in the fight, and Crawford may struggle to handle it. Speaking with Fight Hub TV, a former fighter shared similar thoughts, noting that while Crawford is a talented fighter, Canelo's skill in avoiding punches and controlling the pace would make it a tough battle for Crawford. Even light heavyweight champion David Benavidez, who also wants a fight with Canelo, weighed in on the matchup. He acknowledged Crawford's greatness, but pointed out that Crawford would be moving up 2 or 3 weight classes to fight Canelo, which would put him at a significant disadvantage. Benavidez gave Canelo the edge in this potential fight, despite Crawford's impressive record of 41-04, which has seen him defy the odds before. While the boxing world is buzzing with excitement over the fight, many experts think Canelo would likely come out on top.
Size disadvantage, and he can't be standing in front of him. I don't think that fight will happen. But then when you think about it, like what are the options for Canelo Alvarez?
Benavidez.
Yeah, but I don't think that's going to happen either, you know.
Does a lot of feigning, but not enough throwing of punches. He's got to get inside, use that jab. He waltzes.
Potential mega fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford may be closer than ever. Canelo seemed open to the idea when he spoke with reporters on January 11th at the Ring Magazine relaunch event in London, which attracted major figures in boxing. Canelo, one of the biggest stars in combat sports, continues to be a top draw for pay-per-view events. In 2022, he secured 5 wins, including impressive victories over fighters like Gennady Golovkin and Jermell Charlo. Plus, 7 matches last against Isaac. Despite some struggles in securing the biggest challenges in the super middleweight division, Canelo remains a pay-per-view powerhouse. Only a few opponents have the potential to generate the kind of massive pay-per-view sales that could possibly break the 1 million sales mark in the US. Terence Crawford is one of those fighters, having scored some of the most significant wins in recent boxing history. So fans are eagerly hoping to see these two face off.
We wanna see what happens.
And when do you want to get out next? I know you're here in London tonight. When are you going to be in the camp? When are you going to be?
The gorgeous one is already bruised to his.
Canelo Alvarez kept things close to the vest about whether he'll fight Terence Crawford, saying there's always a chance. Speaking on the red carpet on Saturday, Canelo shared, "We're here to make the best deals, and there's always a chance." If a fight between Canelo and Crawford does happen, the closest possible dates would be in May, either in the first or second week. However, Canelo may be waiting to see the outcome of a February 22nd light heavyweight showdown before finalizing any plans.
In March.
Okay, so
at the beginning of the middle of the February or March, yeah.
Last year, March saw some major fights, and now there's anticipation for next month's light heavyweight championship battle. Both fighters have a good chance to win, and it's shaping up to be another exciting year for boxing. 2023 was packed with some of the sport's biggest matchups, including two thrilling Tyson Fury versus Alexandre Usyk fights and the thrilling Viterbiev showdown. Looking ahead to 2025, the year is already shaping up with a star-studded lineup of big fights. A key figure in making these matchups happen has been the chairman of the General Entertainment Authority in Saudi Arabia, who has brought substantial financial backing to the sport. With politics set aside, organizers have been working together to create some of the most exciting and high-profile events. As usual, major boxing shows have taken place in Saudi Arabia, as well as iconic venues like Wembley in the UK and stadiums in the US, all set to lead the charge for more massive events in the future.
I can't rap, that's what I'm saying. So I gotta stick to what I know. I beat people up.
Oh, God.
I beat people up.
All 11 of his KOs have been inside of 3 rounds with 6.
Shoe Fight Card is coming up on February 2nd, headlined by the highly anticipated Van rematch. The event will also feature a clash with Daniel Shocker and Stone AC. Looking ahead, AIC has named 5 big matchups he'd love to see before the end of 2025. Among them are Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn, Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua, and of course, Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford. He also wants to see Ryan Garcia face off with Gervonta Davis. As for his own future, AIC plans to fight 1 or 2 more times and is excited about the possibility of facing Alexander Usyk. In addition, Eubank Jr. and Benn are in talks for a long-awaited showdown after their October 2023 fight was canceled when Benn failed a drug test. The rivalry between the two is still alive, and fans are hoping for this fight to happen soon.